Hey guys, Barry here, and welcome back to the IGS podcast show. And okay, today is just nuts. This week we had a Fruitcake's sister, gone to Chris, and now we have the sister herself. How's it going, Vanessa?
I'm good. How are you? How are you?
I'm grand, thanks. So I guess this is kind of interesting because like you followed me, ages ago, early on,
Yeah,
and I followed you back. But I mean, we never actually got to get to know each other properly.
that's true. Yeah, we've just been really busy. I know I've been busy the past like few years with a lot of
Yeah,
stuff as well.
yeah,
So,
yeah. But I guess
and you were telling me it took a while for my sister to get on your podcast too, but she's like super busy all the time.
oh, like Miss Nintendo herself is super busy.
That's so funny because yeah, everyone calls her Miss Nintendo and they call her boyfriend Mr. Nintendo, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
But like I told her, on the show that I think I said it in the show that like, for me in Ireland, I'm kind of known as like the unofficial Nintendo guy in Ireland.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so like when I go to conventions and stuff, I bring my Switch because like they have like no one gets any Switch consoles put like to hook up to a TV. So I have the privilege of bringing my own Switch with my collection of games,
Oh, nice.
and then
Okay.
I let people play. You know,
How are the conventions over there in Ireland?
I think they're pretty feckin' cool. They're really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Uh,
have to go out there one day, maybe. We'll
yeah,
see.
like I said to your sister, I'll say to you, I'm giving you the invitation as well. If you guys come over, please come over. I'll take you around. I'll take care of you. There's beds here in the house. There's plenty of room. Feel free.
Okay.
And like I was
Sounds
saying,
good.
like if you guys want to, leave America for good, like with your crappy
We're
president.
thinking about it. We're thinking about it. It's getting there. It's getting there.
Okay, so yeah, your amazing Star Fox coffee. We are going to talk about Star Fox and I guess Starlink as
Yay.
well. Uh, yeah, but before we do that, right? I wanted to show you this. Don't worry, don't be freaked out. This is so funny.
Okay, okay.
So I don't think you guys have this in America, but I have the Project Zero, or as you call Fatal Frame.
Ooh, Made in Black Water. We
Yes,
played that actually. We did play that.
you guys can download it,
Um,
can't you, on Wii U?
yeah. Well, so how we did it. We had a friend who had a copy, an illegal copy. Let's just say. That
Sorry,
was
I don't understand that word. What does that mean?
so it had like the thing with that game was it had the English, I guess, subtitles translated in it so you could read it, but because it wasn't an official copy, whenever it would go to cutscenes it would break the cutscenes, so the cutscenes would freeze in the middle of the cutscenes.
Yeah.
You could play the game was awesome. I love Made in Blackwater. That was a fun game. But yeah, we just didn't really know what was going on because all the cutscenes would be broken because it wasn't an official copy.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we did play it though. That one's a good one. That one's a good one.
And like it, for me, it is genuinely one of the most beautiful games on Wii U. And
Yeah,
it's
actually, in my opinion, I think it's the only good game on Wii U. But
really,
I
I
wasn't really a
I
Wii U
wonder
fan.
why. Yeah,
Not really a Wii U fan. I'm more of like a GameCube, PS4 fan,
yeah, yeah,
PC gamer. Yeah.
yeah. Because I guess when we first met, you were doing Fatal Frame cosplay, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that was Yuri Kozukata from oh my gosh, what is that one called?
Crimson Butterfly.
No. It was oh gosh. Can't remember it. I lost it. Was it it
Yeah,
might have been Blackwater. Yeah, I think it was made of Blackwater
yeah, yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm there going. I think I texted you. Hold on, let's see if I still have it. What is it on the messages here? It's let's see. What did I say? Yeah. So I texted you the 17th of July 2016. This is how far back we're going.
Woo! Yeah.
You done
Six
some
years.
Fatal Frame cosplay, and then I goes, oh man, haha, whatever. Like, but no, I mean genuinely was like the best Project Zero cosplay I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was actually really fun. I had to I made the camera obscura. I made that in a day because I was
Wow.
supposed to my friend was supposed to make one but something came up with her. So I was like, oh man, I have to like make a camera in like a day. So I'm just like at my desk trying to make this camera obscura. I
Yeah.
think it turned out pretty good.
Oh, it was cool. It was really fucking
Yeah.
cool.
A lot of people thought that it was actually a camera. So a lot of
Yeah.
people were like, oh, does it work? And I'm like, no, man, it's made of craft foam.
But maybe that's the next step for you, is to make an actual mod to that there and make it like.
Oh, I would love to have an actual camera obscura. I don't know if Christine told you, but I'm so into like the whole paranormal horror stuff. Like I love horror games. So yeah, I would love to have like a real life camera obscura. I think that'd be sick.
Okay, so speaking of horror, I don't know if you
Mm.
are. I don't understand this, but are you like into like creepypasta, whatever you call it?
Um, Not so much creepypasta. Like I don't like video games that are just jump scares. So like
Yeah.
Slender Man, all that stuff. Not really my thing. Five Nights at Freddy's, not really my thing either. But like I love games like that have really good stories behind them.
Yes.
So like one of my favorite ones is Eternal Darkness on the GameCube,
Yeah.
which is really good. Love the story to that one. One of my favorite series is Resident Evil. Love Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Fear series. Fear was really good.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
series is really fun. Of course, Fatal Frame. Love
Mm-hmm.
Fatal Frame. So I just love stories that have I like horror games that have good stories and good characters and like just unique gameplay. And I feel like all those games kind of have their own unique gameplay with like Fatal Frame with the camera, Eternal Darkness with like the crazy time skipping story to it and the sanity bar and everything.
Mm.
So yeah, I love those kind of games. Not really into the creepypasta stuff. That jump scares like get me the first time, but then after a while I'm just like kind of immune to it.
Yeah.
That's why I really love like the other games because especially Fear, the jump scares in those ones like change all the time depending on where you go in a certain room or something.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, so I like.
I think I actually own Fear on Steam, but never played it because I got
Ooh, it's good.
I think I got like the whole collection for like €5. So I just goes,
Oh yeah.
screw it. I'll get the whole. It's only a fiver. What's not to like?
Yeah, why not? They always have Steam sales, so
Yeah. Like what is it?
I always
It's
see.
like 4 or 5 games or something. I can't remember.
I think it's 3. So
3.
the first and second one are pretty good. 3 is kind of like a lot of people weren't really happy with 3 because it leaned more into like the FPS action shooter kind of
Right.
game
Yeah.
and less on the horror aspect of it. But it was still fun. I enjoyed 3 still, but I think it's the same like complaint with Resident Evil, like how Resident Evil 6 kind of became more actiony
Action
than
orientated.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I liked all of them. They're really fun.
Yeah. I see. I remember when Resident Evil Revelations came out on 3DS,
Mhm.
and like I'm
Yeah.
there going, for a 3DS game, this looks incredible.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And like it literally was like the original Resident Evil. I guess the what is it, hotel, whatever the hell it is. The big room, big house, big building, and
Yeah.
but it was basically on a ship. But it was
Mhm.
just so good for its time, Revelations. And like I think today, like I haven't played much of the new stuff, but Revelations is by far my favorite Resident Evil game that I've played.
Ooh, the new stuff is really good. New stuff is really good. I've already finished. I just recently finished RE3. Super nice. I really liked it. I heard they're remaking 4, which is kind of weird because I love 4, but I
Yeah.
don't think it needs a remake. I think if anything needs a remake, maybe Code Veronica. I think
Mm-hmm.
that one needs a remake for sure. But yeah, I love the Resident Evil games. They are all really, really good in their own aspects. So.
Yeah. I bought Resident Evil 2 remake on Xbox One.
Oh.
Yeah, so like being honest, like the whole what's it called, Mr. X?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tyrant.
Yeah, that thing fucking scares the shit out of me. So I literally goes,
Oh,
fuck that, I'm not playing anymore. It's just the fact that he's following you everywhere you go,
you think
regardless.
that's bad? You should wait till Resident Evil 3. Nemesis sucks.
Yeah, I heard that's worse, but Jesus Christ, like why do that?
I love it. I love the whole like I don't know why, even if it's like anxiety inducing or just the thought of something coming after you the entire game. I don't know. I love that. It really gets my adrenaline going when I play games like that.
Yeah, but the
I
fact
enjoy it.
the fact that you can't even kill him with a rocket launcher, a billion shots,
Oh Eventually, it happens.
Yeah, at the very end of the story, because I was freaked out. I actually went on YouTube, look at the story. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But I mean,
Yeah.
and then the whole train sequence at the end.
Oh yeah, the train when he's like crawling through the train, you
Yeah.
have to like.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is weird ass shit. And then what is it? I think is it coming? I can't remember. Something coming after. Something. I'm trying to think.
Well, he comes after you, and you have to go to the back of the train and
Yeah.
like get him off the train and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Resident Evil is known to have those like cinematic, crazy boss fights and stuff like that. It's the same in Resident Evil 3 too. The boss fight was like super crazy in that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. It's almost like watching a Tarantino movie kind of, but like actually playing and being a part of it. So
Yeah.
I enjoy
Actually,
it.
speaking of Tarantino, have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No, I haven't. That's probably one of the. I think my sister actually recommended me to watch that or something.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. So.
I seen it. What is it? I seen it when it came out. I thought it was good, but I think like the first half of the movie, like there was
Yeah.
like for me it was like there was nothing going on,
Oh.
and then it kind
For
of
Tarantino?
yeah, but then it kind of makes sense after. Yeah, but I mean like the ending is absolutely hilarious. Like it was worth the wait just for that ending alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to write that down and watch it then.
yeah.
For sure.
It's
Because
pretty.
you're not the first person to tell me to watch that. I think a bunch of my friends and my sister have been telling me to watch it. So.
Yeah, but see, like, I feel like some of it is kind of like dragged out. But I mean, the Margaret Robbie scenes, it's like it kind of feels pointless to be honest with her. Like, I know it's just kind of part of the story, and like that's she's playing like a real actress, in real life.
Yeah.
But it's like, she's like she doesn't. She has what like 10 minutes screen time, say whatever in total.
Oh, that's it.
That's broken up, like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then like they make her that like she's like a massive deal. But look, in
Yeah.
saying that, maybe I don't understand the whole thing, like the backstory to it all. But
Is it like based on a true story?
no, it is based on a true story. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh.
It's just interesting. And speaking of, like you're into horror, actual good horror stories. Do you have a 3DS?
Yes, I do have a 3DS.
Have you got
Yeah.
a new 3DS? Like
The new 3DS.
yeah, the new Nintendo 3. The newer model. Hold on a sec. That has
You
the
got the 3DS Lite. Is that?
no this one here that has the C-pad.
Oh no,
The C
no,
stick.
I
No.
don't.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a
So-
nice color too.
Actually, I actually imported this one here from the States. So this is
Oh.
the Galaxy one. This one here is, if you can see it properly, the Galaxy one.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
that's nice.
it's nice. So there's a game on 3DS, on new 3DS, called Sever Falls, 3 Down Stars. But I think you'd actually enjoy it if you got a new 3DS. 'Cause it's horror story, but I mean, like you play as 3 characters, depending where you are in the game, and it's very heavy story based.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, so you get to know the characters, and like depending, like if you, like just say like you give them something and then go back to them later on again, it might change the actual the script in the game might change. So it's all
Oh, so it's like depending on what you choose or like how you play the game. It like
yeah
changes.
something might
Oh, that's cool.
yeah
Oh, I like that. Okay.
yeah it's really unique.
Hmm,
So yeah
I'm down. I'm gonna have to get a new 3DS then. The only like game I play on my 3DS now is like New Leaf, but then now New Horizons out. So
Yeah.
I haven't touched my 3DS. But yeah.
of course yeah, but like New Leaf, like it's that game was like so complete. But I mean, it's so
Yeah.
good for a 3DS. The fact that you can use voice chat in the game,
Yeah.
and like what else has it got? I guess like there's messages there. You can do that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's just such a good game for 3DS. New Leaf.
Yeah, it is. And it really opened up like I feel like it opened up a lot of things for New Horizons as well with like the QR codes and all that stuff. It's so funny. Everyone was just like, I'm like a huge Animal Crossing fan. Love Animal Crossing. And like right when New Horizon came out, everyone's just like, did you know about QR codes? I'm like, dudes, that came out when New Leaf came out. You should see my town in New Leaf. It looks like another game. Like, yeah, people were like messaging me and tagging me. They're like, I didn't know you could, have this outfit in the game and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, here. There's a whole Reddit thread for it. Here you go.
Yeah.
Just read this whole Reddit thread. There's like thousands of QR codes.
Yeah. And actually, what's really cool, the fact that they allow 3DS QR codes, and you can implement them into the Switch version.
Yeah. And it like it's seamless too. Like you would think it would be still like super pixelated, but the
Yeah.
way the QR codes fit for New Horizons, like it's pixelated on the screen when you're making it and
Hmm.
everything. But then right when it goes to the game, it's like smooth. You can make anything look like anything in that game, honestly. Super
Yeah.
cool.
So I want to see your reaction with this. I bought bells on eBay.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. I'm not surprised. There's a lot of people buying bells. There's people buying Nook tickets as well on eBay. Have you
Yeah.
seen the amiibo cards
I actually the amiibo cards. Which for were
for
they
New
for
Horizons? Some of the the amiibo cards are going for more than the game is going for.
really?
Yeah. Like some of the really like popular neighbors.
Yeah, yeah.
I think like Raymond is one of them.
Cody,
Peanut is also one of them.
I think.
Cody,
Yeah,
yeah. Stitches. All
yeah,
those like really cool neighbors. A lot of the amiibo cards are going for more than the actual game itself. Like it's crazy.
yeah. I actually own three of them because I bought a amiibo festival on Wii U.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
never played that game.
like
I wasn't into that one.
I know look like I guess it's not remember when they announced it, it's like Nintendo, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's like why? Why?
I know, but like it came with I got Stitches. Who have I got on it? Card wise, oh, I can't remember the top of my head right now. But I mean, it was okay, you know. But like I actually own all the physical amiibo.
That's good because now you can use it for the new game.
Yeah, I actually scanned them all, so I have all the posters of that character.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you own many
Awesome.
amiibo? Do you actually own as much amiibo as your sister?
No, no, I mean, I do have like my Animal Crossing ones. My friend from Japan got me these
Oh,
ones.
nice.
Uh, that's like the only amiibos I really own. I mostly own like figures, so I have like Dragon Ball Z figures. I have a Leon figure. I'm more into like figures and statues
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff than amiibos. But
yeah,
a lot of the amiibos are really cool, though. I like some of the amiibos.
yeah. Like I will say, my favorite amiibo figures would have to be the Animal Crossing series. I guess
Yeah,
the detail and just how like they're so adorable.
yeah. That's true. That's true. I think I'm biased because like that's the only thing I own for amiibos is the Animal Crossing
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
But there are some really good ones, and then of course, like the ones that my sister does, she's amazing. So
yeah. Her work is incredible. It's she literally makes something like she can make like a broken Mario figure into something like $1 million. She's that
yeah,
good.
yeah, like her eye for detail and stuff. And I feel like that's for me and my other sister as well. Like there's three of us. I don't know if she told you. There's like three of us,
I can't.
three
I don't think. Yeah,
sisters.
I actually wonder. I don't think she did. She didn't tell me a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
I'm gonna scold her now to get. Just kidding. No,
Shame
there's
on
three of
you.
us. There's three of us. Our younger sister is not really into like the whole social media kind of stuff, but she likes to work more behind the scenes. But my youngest sister can draw like manga style, like no one else. Like she's really, really good at drawing. And then of course, I do like the cosplay and stuff like that. And then my sister Christine does like the actual like artisan like crafting and stuff like that. So yeah, we all are really creative in our own aspect, and
Yeah,
I think we got that from our dad because I know my mom doesn't have any creativity. She's more of like
that's
the
terrible.
the
Sorry.
business. No, it's her. Like it's so funny. It's so funny. Like my mom has a work ethic
Yeah,
that Christine and some of us have, and then my dad has like the creativity
yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. So it was a good mix, creativity and business sense, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Let's go back to Project Zero if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't under like I do and I don't understand. Like, why has it got three different names? It has Zero in Japan, Project Zero in Europe, and Fatal Frame in the States.
I mean, that's usually how it is, especially with like Japan-based games, especially with like translation and stuff like that. Because I mean, it's same with Resident Evil. It's called what Biohazard
Biohazard,
in
yeah,
Japan. Yeah.
it's a cool
So
name.
yeah, I know that one's cool, right? Resident Evil. I don't know. But no, I mean that's usually how it is. I honestly don't know why, because yeah, I don't know if it's like a translation thing or maybe it's just like different titles for or different names for different for a title for different I don't know regions or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But yeah, it just happens sometimes. I'm not really sure what goes on behind the scenes for that.
yeah.
So
I, I'm guessing you do, but you don't want to tell me because like you are like a big Resident Evil fan.
I wish I had all the answers, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, I've like with cosplay and stuff, I've dove into the whole like behind the scenes stuff because I don't know if you know, but I worked with Bandai Namco on their
yeah,
Code Vein series or their Code Vein game, and I've seen a little bit of like what goes behind the scenes, and there's a lot of just like communication. Code Vein is also a Japanese title as well, so there's a lot of communication that goes on between the Japanese region and the American, the NA region. And so yeah, a lot of behind the scenes. I don't know. Sometimes things get mistranslated, something like that. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. So I guess tell us a bit about like you like what was it like growing up in the Philippines and then moving to the
Oh,
States.
we didn't grow up in the Philippines.
Oh
Me
no,
and
you
my
didn't.
sister
No,
were all born here. Yeah, we're the whitest Filipinos you will ever meet.
no, or maybe. No, maybe I'm just getting it wrong because like I maybe okay I just took it wrong from Chris. Maybe I just presumed you were there. No, because she
Oh,
said like that you just went back to see what it was like.
oh yeah, we did visit the Philippines. We weren't born there,
Okay.
but our parents did take us, kind of like to show us where they're from and like
Yeah.
how it is over in there in the Philippines. And yeah, it was definitely a culture shock. I love traveling. I love just like experiencing new cultures and going to different countries and experiencing all that stuff. And yeah, Philippines is like a whole other experience because you get to see like how a third world country is and
Yeah.
how that all works and is put together. And yeah, it's pretty crazy, but it really does open your mind and like humble you in a sense as well when you go over there. So it was a good experience. I loved it, and I got to see my mom's side of the family, which we didn't know existed. I mean, we knew existed, but like never got in contact with them or ever talked with them. So it was nice to see them and see our cousins, and they're like chill, super chill.
Yeah.
Um, they're like me and my sisters, so it was like awesome. All we did was talk about video games and did I don't know, did a lot of stuff over there in the Philippines.
Yeah. So let's see. Is your younger sister into video games at all? No.
Oh yeah, we're all into video games.
Okay.
All of us.
Then what
Yeah.
games does she play?
She plays a lot of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
funny because we all play our own different games. I mean, there are some games that we play that are the same. Like we play some of the same games, but then we also go to our own respective games. So like Christine's all about Nintendo stuff. My main game at the moment is Monster Hunter World, so I have like 2,000 hours on Monster Hunter World. And then my youngest sister's into Final Fantasy 14, and she does that like religiously.
Yeah.
Like she's raiding. It's so funny. I'll go and when I used to live in Colorado, I'd go visit and I'd be like, hey, let's hang out. She's like, sorry, I can't, I have raid. And I'm like, what? You're not gonna hang out with me because you have raid? But I understand. I'm a video gamer, so I'm like, okay, I understand.
So I take it you're the oldest, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, does that mean I have to get your sister on my show to get all three of you?
Oh man, I don't know if you want her on your show. She's like, it's so funny because she has a potty mouth worse than the other two, like me and Christine. And
Okay.
it's so funny because Christine does like Nintendo stuff. So whenever she does like streams and stuff, obviously you can't like cuss or like say
I do
anything
it.
bad. Yeah.
No, sometimes it might come out, like.
Yeah, sometimes. But like I think my younger sister is like banned from her from streaming with her because it's so bad. And then when I stream, I'm like, go wild, whatever, you can curse. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny though. But I mean, no, I guess it's just different to see. Like, let's see, you're kind of maybe in the middle. Well, let's see. Then your younger sister is like dirty, and then then Chris is like the clean one.
So yeah, the best way to describe us is the Powerpuff Girls. Like we used to be called the Powerpuff Girls when we were young.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, to a T, to a T. We're like the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, yeah. So, are you into singing or like musical theater as well?
Yeah, it's so funny because all me and my sisters, we all sing. I think it's a Filipino thing. I think that's like a rite of passage. If you don't sing, you're not really
So
Filipino.
yeah, like
But no, yeah, I took choir for several years, so I like singing. Yeah.
yeah. Now, like, what musicals would you be into?
Oh man, I love musicals. Damn, what would I be into? I don't know. I'm pretty much like into anything if it has like a good score, good casting, all that stuff. I mean, I've watched a lot of the Disney ones that they had.
Yeah,
Colorado, when I was living there, they have such a huge like like kind of Broadway entertainment like area, and they always have like shows and plays going on. So my husband and I used to go all the time
yeah.
to watch plays and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know what I would be into. I don't know. Maybe Phantom of the Opera. I don't know.
Phantom of the
can
Opera.
I be? Can I be the mask dude?
Give it a go.
I just have to wear a mask, right? That's good.
Yeah, yeah. No, but like I said to your sister, like just because you're like your I guess family's Philippines, Miss Saigon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
right, with Leah Salonga and
yeah, like she's
everything. Oh,
incredible. I love her
oh
in
man, I love her. I love her.
I love her in
She's
Les
awesome.
Mis. You know,
Oh yeah.
yeah, oh,
Hmm.
she's. I think she's probably ooh, okay. I think she's probably the best Fontaine I've heard
Yeah,
in Les Mis. Like,
hands down.
yeah, because she
I
done.
like her voice. Just sounds like it's coming from her, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, I
Like
totally get that. Yeah,
she puts her own like personal spin to it. Like she stays true to the character, she stays true to the story and everything, but she puts her own like personality in it.
mm-hmm.
And she does her research. Like you could tell she does her research on like roles and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah, she's really good. She's really good.
yeah. So, yeah. So, like, what all consoles have you got? You have PS4. You have Switch. What else? PC is
That's
it?
it. I have PC. I play a
Yeah,
lot of PC games.
yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
that's pretty
like,
much what I play,
yeah.
or the
So
consoles I have.
you were playing Monster Hunter. Was it on PC or PS4? Yeah, yeah.
PS4. I do have the game on PC, but I'm like super lazy to like do all of that again.
I guess just the
It's
hassle,
too
like the fact that you're playing it on, on PC, and then you have to uh, stream it there. It just takes more power, doesn't it, out of your system? Like,
I mean, it's not too bad. It's just I'm just lazy. It's honestly that, because like I have 2,000 hours on the PS4, and a lot of like the decos and things that you need for like sets and kits and stuff is all RNG. So my RNG on my PC one for some reason is terrible. So I
okay,
haven't been able to get any of the stuff I want for my armor sets and stuff. So yeah, I just stick to PS4. Yeah, I'm just lazy to like farm all that stuff again.
yeah,
Yeah, if they introduce crossplay, then yes. If they have crossplay or like saves, then I would definitely play on
yeah.
PC.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Be so
we'll see. We
handy.
can only hope. Only
Yeah.
hope.
Actually, speaking of cross save, like this is cool. I was actually saying to someone, like I work in retail in a shop, like, and I saying to someone tonight that some Switch games like The Witcher 3 has cross
Yeah,
platform save, so you could save on
yeah.
PC and then take it on the go and Switch and vice versa, which is really damn cool.
I know. I wish more games would do it. I wish more companies would do it.
It'd be so handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I ask? Okay, right behind you, like I think before we started recording the podcast, right behind you, all your teddy bears.
Yeah. This is
So,
Mount
well, plus
Plushmore.
more.
Yes.
Oh, actually, I see
Show you.
Cuphead. Just seen it there for the first time.
Yeah, yeah. Cuphead's in there. We also have the mug, whatever his name, I forgot his name. The mug
Oh,
as well. Oh, he's
Mugman.
Mugman. There you go. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
both right
yeah. I see it right there. You've Isabel. You have KK. I see in the corner as well.
there. Almost like a Where's Waldo game.
Literally, yeah. But
Yeah. So those are all from like viewers, from friends, just collecting. I go to a lot of conventions, obviously, because I'm a cosplayer. So I just
really,
whenever I go to, yeah, whenever I go to conventions, I'm just like, oh, that's cute. I get a plushie and stuff.
just doesn't matter how cute. That's
Add to
cute.
it.
Just get it.
Yeah, yeah. Just add to the mountain. It's kind of like it actually used to be taller, but I think like the weight is kind of sinking it. So I kind of need to like fresh it up or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a plushy avalanche soon. We'll see.
Did you ever try to jump into it, the pile, and see what happens?
Oh yeah, I done that once. Regretted it because I had to like fix it up again. It's kind of like its own balanced
Yeah.
thing. So yeah, done it. It's super fun, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna do it again because I hate cleaning it up again.
Yeah. So like, tell us how you got into streaming, and like, when did you first start anyway?
I started streaming, oh gosh, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start doing it full time and like seriously till like maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I honestly got into streaming because uh, I had married my husband and he went to basic. So my husband's in the Air Force and he went to basic training. And then after basic training, we moved to Texas for 6 months for his tech training or tech school. And so I am like used to just playing video games with my friends all the time, having people over. Like if you ask my parents, they'll tell you that we had friends over all the time. We would just, people would bring their TVs over. We would have Smash tournaments at our house. We'd have all these crazy like LAN parties and stuff. And like coming from that and then moving on my own for the first time, it was like really weird and you kind of lonely, because you don't really have your friends around and stuff. And so I was on Discord one time, my friend's like, man, I want to see you stream this game. And I think it was either League of Legends or 7 Days to Die. I don't remember which one it
Mm.
was. And so I played the game. He told me all about Twitch. I didn't know anything about Twitch. I didn't even know that it existed. And so I went on Twitch, saw how people were doing their things, went on YouTube, learned whatever I had to download on my computer. And yeah, and then I just started streaming. It wasn't for anything, it was just to like play with my friends and see my friends play, watch me play a game and stuff. But yeah, it just kept growing. Like people started coming in. I started having regulars come in, and people were just telling me, "Oh, you should do this full time." And I was like, "You could do that?" Yeah, that's pretty much how it started. It just grew from there, and yeah, pretty much it. So now I've been doing it full time for like 2 years now. It's pretty good.
Incredible. Well done.
Thank you.
Go you.
Thank you. That's a lot of work, definitely. Like when I went in thinking that, oh, I just have to like play video games in front of a camera. Definitely not as easy as it sounds.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for people who do it as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, personally, I'm not. Okay, well, maybe it's the situation I'm in. I would love to do more, I guess, gameplay videos with me with the camera,
Mm-hmm.
but I find, I don't know about you, but okay, I'm actually in the kitchen right now, and thankfully there's no one here in the house. It's quiet.
Yeah.
So next door, right behind me is the sitting room, and even if I have a sign on the door or whatever, like it's basically don't come in, I'm recording, and they know, but like my mom or whoever wouldn't give a crap and come into the room. And then I'm there going, as I'm recording with the mic, looking behind going, and then they'll slam the door. It's like,
no.
and I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be rude, but like, I don't want to be like rude looking on camera.
Yeah, no. That's true.
And like, I don't want to be like, like something that might good come up and then I might have to edit it. I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah, streaming is worse. Like people just clip that stuff and then put it on YouTube. Yeah, you have to really be careful. But no, I definitely understand. Luckily, like me and my husband are gamers, so we just go to our own like gaming stations.
Yeah.
And when I'm streaming, he's playing another game, and I'll just be like streaming and doing my own thing. So
yeah.
I mean, now I'm living with my in-laws, and they're super chill. My husband's mom is awesome. Like she'll knock a little bit and then put my food on like the desk, and I'll be like, okay.
Oh, by the way, like you don't have to lie. You can tell the truth about them. Yeah, about them.
No, I'm so lucky that they're awesome about it. It was so funny because before I moved here, his mom had called, and she was like, "When does Vanessa stream? Because I want to make sure I feed her before she streams, so she's not hungry on stream."
Yeah,
it was like my heart, so precious. Yeah. It was like so wholesome. But yeah, no, they're really, really cool. yeah, I'm lucky. I guess I have a good support system.
That's nice. No, I wish I had that here.
I'm sure they do. It's just like one of those things where even my mom doesn't really understand what I do, but like they're just like, I'll tell her, I'll be like, oh, I got to stream. She's like, oh, okay. Like she doesn't understand what it is, but she's like, okay, streaming, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. So, what games does your husband play then?
Oh man, he's like into World of Warcraft, League of Legends. What's he playing right now? He's playing the 7 remake. I'm playing the 7 remake as well.
Right.
But he's more into like MMOs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so much. Like I played WoW and I played like Ragnarok online and stuff like that. But I get bored after a while with those games, so I always have to like switch it up and play a different game. But he can play for like hours on like WoW or something.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, okay, here you go. You do your own thing. I'm gonna play my own game.
Yeah. I never really got into WoW, or League of Legends, or what is it, Guild Wars as well. That kind of.
Oh yeah, Guild Wars. Yeah, I never got into that. I'm not into like. I mean, League was probably the first game I ever played with him, and I like League, but like the community is super super toxic, so sometimes I have to not play for a couple months to get my sanity. But yeah, there's certain games I can't play, like strategy games. I'm not really into, and like MMOs and stuff like that. Yeah, yes, I'm used to like playing certain games, but I like jumping to different games as well.
Yeah,
I like to call myself a serial gamer because I jump to so many games very often.
Yeah. No, I guess, well, like, do people ever approach you, anyone from game companies, game devs or people, like, oh, can you play this game on your stream kind of thing? Give you a key.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get that, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing too, like I'm down to try games. But if it's like a review, I'll definitely give it like my honest review.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Luckily I haven't like been offered a game that was like super terrible. They've all been pretty good, and a lot of the game devs will look at like your VODs and see the kind of games that you're into and games that you've played, and they'll send you games similar to what you've played before.
Yeah.
There's I think only one time I got sent a game that was like a strategy game, and I was like, sorry, I'm not really into those kind of games. And mobile games too. For some reason, I cannot game on my phone. I can't do mobile games at all.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, I don't know. It's like really weird for me to play on my phone. Yeah, I can't do mobile games.
I think I wouldn't mind recording some mobile games, but I don't know what way it works setup wise for recording the phone. It just seems more difficult than screen record.
So. I don't know if like it works with an Elgato or something. I don't know, because I use an Elgato to capture my PS4 games.
Yeah, same here.
My Switch games, but like I don't know how that works for phone. I know people have found a way. I just don't know how.
Yeah. I actually recently bought Elgato 4K 60S Plus capture card. So that cost me. Hold on. No one there. I'm just making sure. Under 500. Under €500.
Ooh, yeah. It's either that or the video cards are more expensive.
Yeah, but see, the reason why I bought that was because I haven't seen this being done. The fact that you can record with like without a laptop, like to an SD card, which is absolutely incredible. You can record 4K, 60 FPS, HDR.
Yeah.
What more could you want? Like SD card, like it's like a like a mini hard drive insert it, and you're good to go. Like.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
A lot of like streamers, you have that set up as well.
Yeah.
I'm just fine with mine. I'm just like, I don't need anything too fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, let's talk about Star Fox. You're a big fan.
Yeah.
I guess I've always liked Star Fox in a way where like. The first Star Fox game I played, well, I guess as you know, it's Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
But it's called Lylat Wars here in Europe.
Oh, it's called what?
Lylat Wars, LYLAT. Yeah,
Wars.
Which it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that kind of sounds sick.
Yeah, so like that was like even though Star Fox was here on the Super Nintendo or the NES, whatever. Like, but I mean, Lylat Wars was the name of the N64 game. And then when they released it on 3DS, you know, Star Fox 64 3D, that was the name of the game, Star Fox 64 3D.
Ah.
But yeah, 64.
I like words so sick though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's such a good game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so what got you into Star Fox?
We had so when we were little, we would get babysat by one of my mom's really good friends, and we call them family because we've known them for such a long time. But it was funny. They had 3 boys, so there was 3 girls and then 3 boys.
Yeah.
And they were the ones that had the Nintendo 64 and stuff. So we had the PS1, they had the Nintendo 64. And so we would just, you would just switch consoles or trade games, all that stuff. And that's how we got into Star Fox. So they had Star Fox on their console. And yeah, I just really like the series. Like, it's super fun. The whole, like, kind of like flight simulator kind of thing, and like shooting, all that stuff. I think the last Star Fox game I played was the one with Crystal in it. The
Adventures, was it?
Was it Adventures?
I don't know. It might be. I haven't a clue.
Oh gosh, yeah. It had it had a female character in it. I think her name was Crystal.
Crystal,
she had, like, psychic powers or something like that. That was the last one I played. But yeah, it was such a good series. I have really good memories about it. So.
And did you play Star Fox Zero on Wii U?
Oh, Wii U. Did we play that one? I don't know. We didn't really play much on the Wii U, honestly. Like, the only games that we owned on the Wii U was like the Fatal Frame one, and what was the Smash one on that one?
Oh, Smash Bros. For Wii U. That was literally the name of it. Was Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Terrible name.
Yeah. I don't know. The Wii U, like, it had potential, but it wasn't. The whole, like, sensitive, like, moving thing wasn't really that great on it. Like, I remember even playing on the Fatal Frame one, like, it was really wonky.
Yeah, I just don't like even playing Project Zero 2 or your Crimson Butterfly, you know, on Wii when that came out, you know, the re-release from PS2 or, you know, Xbox like One, or, you know, like the original Xbox One. Like, I just wasn't that big of a fan of the controls, like, you know, using the Wii remote and then doing that, you know, the kind of like they could have used the Wii U gamepad properly with that game. Like, it wasn't like a bad attempt, but I mean, I think they could have done so much more with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the hands down, I still think the GameCube had like some of the best games on it and like the best controls and stuff. So
yeah, but I guess I missed the GameCube.
Oh, I missed the GameCube. I love the GameCube.
No, I'm saying I actually missed like that console itself.
Oh, you missed it?
Yeah, I never got it, you know, because mom bought us PS2 at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was, you know, I guess brought up in PS2, and then I went back to Nintendo on the Wii, you know. Yeah. But no, GameCube had some great games. Like, I own Sunshine, Metal Gear Solid, Twin Snakes. Like, I was like, I bought that game because like it's so cool that I can play it on the Wii.
Yeah. You
know, backwards compatible. Mm-hmm. And some games are pretty rare. I guess Luigi's Mansion is kind of, you know, hard. You know, it's expensive.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion's kind of expensive. I love that game. Have you played the new one?
Of course, I have it. It's absolutely incredible. It's stunning.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I love it.
I haven't played it in ages, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I haven't actually finished it. I still need to finish it. But all these, like, games came out at the same time. And then, you know, Monster Hunter World came out with another expansion and all this other stuff. So I'm kind of, like, balancing games right now. My backlog is disgusting right now.
Yeah.
I have a really bad backlog.
Yeah,
GameCube had such good games on it. Like, there's a lot of games that I feel like people haven't played that were really good that were on the GameCube. Like, Billy Hatcher was a good one. Not a lot of people know about Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatcher?
Yeah, Billy Hatcher, man.
Let me look this up.
You have to roll eggs. It was so fun. Billy Hatcher's so much fun. And it had, like, Sonic references in there, too. So it's pretty sick.
Billy Hatcher. GameCube. Here we go. Billy. So wait, is it like a reference to like Mega Man or something, or what? Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg?
Yeah. You had to roll a giant egg, man. It was super fun. It had this awesome like multiplayer mode that was super fun. And it had, like I said, it had like Sonic references in there too. So there's like Sonic characters and stuff in there as well. It was fun.
Oh,
And then Eternal Darkness is on GameCube too, which is a
yeah.
really good horror game.
Yeah, so like we keep seeing that on the news every now and then about a Switch release.
Oh, really? Of Eternal Darkness?
Yeah, well, like I think Nintendo keep getting the rights, like whatever what they're doing, but I don't know what the story is there, to be honest.
I hope so, because that story is
I
crazy.
heard it's nuts. Like, to be honest, I
Yeah,
never played it, but I heard it's absolutely insane.
yeah, and it's spooky too. I like that game.
Yeah,
It's
I
really.
heard. Maybe I don't want to play it.
I would totally, if it comes to the Switch, I'm totally gonna stream that for sure.
Okay, seen as okay, like I know, like meant to talk about Star Fox. Sorry, but tell me the scariest game you've ever played, hands down.
Ooh, scariest game. Man, it would have to be either the first or second Fear, or maybe scariest game. This is rough. Trying to like, because I don't really get super scared. I
Yeah.
just like I don't know, the anxiety that comes with anticipating something's gonna happen.
Do you have problems?
Um,
Only messing.
maybe just a little bit. I think you have to be a little crazy to like horror games, right? Um, yeah, it would have to be probably like the first or second Fear, because the girl in there, and then like I was saying earlier, depending on how you like move through a level or move through a room, certain things can trigger, and they don't always trigger.
Mm,
So if you play it again the second time, you might get like a different scare or something like that.
yeah.
So yeah, that one was just like super fun, because you could be walking down a hallway. I remember there's like a school scene, and you're walking down a hallway, and all of a sudden the lockers just like fly open, and you don't expect it. Like you don't expect it. You're just like, oh, okay, here we're in a school. You're just like walking, all of a sudden, bam, like everything like starts going crazy, and there's like a little girl walking towards you. Yeah, I don't know. I like that one. The Fear game, or the Fatal Frame series, is
Mm,
also really good. I love Japanese folklore, and like just I don't know, the darkness around that and all that stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I would have to say those two. I'm trying to think of like other scary games, but I can't think of any right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Can't think of any ones that I've been like super scared to play.
yeah.
Maybe some of the VR ones. Some of the VR ones are pretty freaky.
Oh my god! Like
I don't know if I can do VR.
I recorded, what did I record recent enough? I can't remember some VR game. I see. I have PlayStation VR,
Oh, okay, okay.
and I love it. I love it. I think it's one of the best things of this generation. It's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
But what is it? I recorded one or two horror games, and it's like, like, oh, what the fuck? Like I'm
It's
terrified.
yeah, it's a whole other experience when you're playing horror games in VR, because it's just also it's a little disorienting, because even in VR, like the way things move and like the distancing and everything, it's
Yeah,
not exactly perfect. So it's
yeah,
a little bit disorienting. So like you're disoriented, and then stuff's happening to you. Like it just you don't know what to do. I've seen people like grown men like play a horror game in VR, and then something scary happens, they just like collapse on the floor. Like just like in fetal position. So it's kind of funny. I think I'm more of a runner. Like if something happens, I kind of just like jump and like want to get out of there.
yeah.
But yeah, I've seen people just like freeze in fear and just like drop to the floor.
Like come back to Project Zero. I don't think it's as scary as people might think it is, but like
Yeah.
I think I guess for Wii or Wii U, the scariest part I've had playing that game was when like when you're in you know actual camera mode.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
fact that they're walking towards it, and it's like, oh my god, like I don't know what to fucking press, and then you're you're having
And you
panic
have to like
attacks.
look at it, and you're just like, oh, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you're looking at the screen of the Wii U gamepad and then the TV as well,
Yeah.
and then you're freaking out.
I think that one, I would have to say that one was good, because it did have like it felt like you were holding the camera
Yeah,
obscura, like using it and stuff. But the same thing, it was the same thing with the controls too. I felt like you were trying to fight the controls a little bit sometimes with the sensitivity and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it was still a good game. It was super fun.
Did you
I liked it.
play Spirit Camera on 3DS?
Oh, I
I love that
remember.
game.
I I remember downloading it, but don't. I think I only played like a little bit of it. I didn't play a lot of it though. I don't
Why?
know why I didn't continue it. I don't know why. I feel like I would have loved it. I remember downloading it though, and I played a little bit of it. And then I think I don't know, I think I got distracted by something and just didn't go back to it. But I remember that game. I do remember that game. I forgot who told me to download it too. I think it was one of our friends or something that told
Yeah.
me to download it. So yeah.
And you know what was cool? See, like I know Project Zero 2 didn't release physically in the States for Wii.
Yeah.
So like you guys could download it on Wii U, which is just weird. But
Yeah.
like on the eShop, Wii U eShop. But if you bought the physical copy here, you could like on the back of the manual, you could scan like this kind of butterfly logo kind of QR code thing for
Yeah.
Spirit Camera, so you could actually unlock whatever it was in that game,
Oh, what?
which
That
is
sounds
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
I think I completed Spirit Camera, but I don't think it's 100%. I think most of it, like, 90% completed, say, But I thought it was like one of the coolest, probably the best AR game on the 3DS.
Yeah. Because that's the one that uses your like surroundings and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
like it actually used to, like literally, you're doing that there. It's just so cool.
Yeah. But then you can't sleep anymore because you're like, there's ghosts in my room.
Did you play PT on PS4?
Oh yeah.
That game, like I recorded,
That one's good. That one's good.
I recorded that twice on my channel, right? And the
Yeah.
second time I played it, I recorded me with the camera. And so basically, I got my friend to tell me what to do through Skype, like through voice. So
Yeah.
instead of me, like he controlled it as such. But like I was legit sweating as fuck. Like I was terrified. And then the bitch got me at the end. And like I screamed like, yeah.
I'm sad. I'm so sad it got like canceled though, because it would have been so good. Silent Hill is also a pretty good series. I love Silent Hill as well. My friend's like a huge Silent Hill fan, so she's always like telling me all the Silent Hill stuff, and she knows like all the lore and like the back stories and everything and all the
Yeah.
characters. That one's also a good series.
Did you ever see any of the Silent Hill movies, or even there's the Fatal Frame movie as well?
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. I did see the Fatal Frame movie. Wasn't that good?
I heard it wasn't great.
It was bad. It was bad. I was expecting more camera obscura and like folklore into it, just like how the games are,
Yeah.
But they kind of, I don't know, they dropped the ball on it. It wasn't really, yeah, I didn't really like it. I didn't really like it at all. The Silent Hill movie, I did see like one of them. I don't know which one it was though. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was.
I think I seen the trailer for the first one with Sean Bean, if you know him.
When he's looking for
His daughter or something, is it?
Yeah, his daughter. I think that's the one I saw. Yeah.
Actually, looked really bloody good.
Yeah. I think that's what I saw. I don't know. I'll have to see. It's been a while since I've seen the Silent Hill movies. I think I've seen more of the Resident Evil ones than anything.
Actually, I seen Resident Evil. I seen a bit of 1 and 2. I think it was when they first came out. I just didn't like it at all. Something weird. Like it was the train station. But is it 7? Is the last one that came out?
For Resident Evil?
Yeah, of the movies.
7? Oh, of the movies? Oh gosh, I have
like
no idea.
whatever the last one. But like, what's cool at the start, like they actually give you like a synopsis of all the movies, so like you didn't have to see them. But I actually thought it was a good movie.
It's okay. I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit biased because I love Resident Evil, and like they kind of, with Alice introduced and everything, it kind of like threw everything off, and a lot of the characters like personalities didn't really match well with the games.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ada Wong, so I thought Ada Wong was like awesome, but
spoiler clone.
But her personality in the movies didn't match her personality in the game, which the reason why I like really liked her was her personality and like obviously her aesthetic and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the movie, she kind of seemed a little bit too like timid and stuff, and I was like, that's not Ada Wong. I was like, what? I want my Ada Wong back. But yeah, it was the movies were okay. I feel like if you didn't play the games, they were good, but if you did, you kind of like saw how it was way different and kind of like off from the games. There was no Chris boulder punching. I was a little bit upset.
I'm sorry to hear.
So yeah.
Yeah, so seeing as you're a zombie fan, are you a fan of The Walking Dead? You know,
I used to.
yeah.
I forgot what season I stopped at, but it started getting really slow paced and kind of like meticulous a little bit. Like
Okay.
I forgot what season it was. I think it was the after they got out of the jail area and like all that stuff happened.
Oh, with the governor and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just couldn't watch it anymore. I don't
I
know.
know actually gets really good. And, you know,
I heard it gets really good, but that's the thing with me though. Like, if it doesn't keep my attention throughout the entire series,
yeah.
I'm on to the next one.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And, you know,
on the next,
like, poor Jay, who was on the show
yeah,
as Glenn.
that's true. I'm so see. That's probably why I stopped too, because he was like one of my favorite characters. So.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. Like, do you ever call him that, Glenn? You know, for a laugh or?
no, not really. Do I even have a nickname for Jason? I don't know if I have a nickname for Jason.
Yeah, Jason has to come on my show. Like, no, because like I know, I think, uh, him and Chris are free at the moment. But I mean, like, I have to get the two of them on the show together just to see what the
I think
the interaction.
everybody's free at the moment.
Yeah. Really?
No one's doing anything,
No,
man.
but
We're
Jay,
all at home.
he's front line as well. He's a nurse. And fair play to him. Like,
Yeah, he works in the medical he's a nurse, so yeah,
yeah,
he's doing all this stuff over there. So kudos to him. I have a lot of friends that are nurses and doctors and doing all that stuff. So
yeah. Poor
it's crazy.
bastards.
Who would have thought
Yeah.
2020 would be like this?
It's awful, isn't it?
It's crazy. I mean, it I guess when things like this happen, like it kind of just shows you like how much we're not in control when things happen. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like you can say, "Oh yeah, we're like human race, we got all this stuff going for us." But like when something like this happens, it just goes to show that you don't have control over stuff like this.
yeah.
And it's really crazy. But yeah, we're already into May. Um what's gonna happen next year? I don't know.
So I guess I don't know if you know, but like, I guess for you, I don't know what your restrictions are now, but we got word yesterday, whatever it was, that
Okay.
so from May 18th, the restriction is being, I guess, being lifted, as being like it's going to be, it's not as restrictive.
Oh,
So what are outdoor workers can work again, garden DIY shops, construction can work again, fishing,
wow.
people can go golf and tennis. But I don't know about you, but personally, I feel we should have stricter, rules in place.
I feel like, I mean, it's really hard because there's two stories to it, right? There's the people who, need to work for a living. Like, luckily, I can just stay home and do what I need to do here, but not a lot of people can say that, Yeah, not a lot of people can say that. And I totally understand, but like, I feel like it's not going to get better until we actually all just like stay home, hunker down,
Exactly. Yeah.
and let this thing pass over, because honestly I don't really see this thing slowing down. And also with Korea and Japan and even China, like they're already having second waves of the virus
Yeah.
because they lifted their lockdowns. Honestly, if they say that Vegas is done with lockdown, I'm probably going to stay at home still. I'm going to be like, no, I'm going to give it maybe like 2 or 3 more months or something. I don't know. I feel like if they lift it now, it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Because especially with how people are, um, I don't know. A lot of people are just really, really selfish. But then at the
Yeah.
same time, like you have the people who do need to make a living and have families and stuff like that. So it's really, it's being stuck between a hard place and a rock.
Yeah.
Like you can't really.
I agree. I totally get that, but I think, like, I guess the expression is, your health is your wealth. Your health is
Yeah,
way more important, I'm sorry, than your job. Like, I get that you need money to buy stuff, but like that's why the government is there to help you, go through all this.
yeah,
And like, look at, like, actually funny when me and Chris talked about it. I think the next day was there was word about New Zealand. They're effectively the virus is effectively gone from that country.
Yeah.
They have
Hmm.
done everything right, and like every country should follow suit with it. Exact same rules. Like
The
what?
thing
So
is like, what's really interesting is that every country has their own kind of like mindset when
yeah,
it comes to things. And I learned that a lot from my traveling. Like I've been to Japan and I've seen like the mindset over there, how it's all about just for the greater good kind of
yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
And I mean, yeah, I mean America has their own kind of mindset too, whether or not you agree with it. But yeah, it's just how it is. I think people just need to stop thinking about themselves and just think about like everything as a whole, and
yeah,
how now, especially now, how your actions affect other people, and it's kind of like a domino effect, and I feel like people don't quite understand that with this pandemic. So
yeah. But like like me and your sister agree that like we think everything happens for a reason,
yeah.
and this has so much helped the planet.
Mm.
From I guess like I like if this here didn't happen, like this like the planet is less green, if that makes sense. With I guess with car fumes, everything. Like we like destroying. The planet. It's horrible. Like what's going on, and I
I mean,
think
if
we
you
should.
think about it, this is pretty much how the planet reacts, right?
Yeah,
It's not,
it's
if
fixing
we
itself.
it is. And this whole like virus thing wouldn't have happened if we weren't here. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that as like a oh, humans shouldn't be here kind of thing.
Yeah,
Nothing
of
like
course.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
But it goes down to how our actions affect everything else. And a lot of people just don't understand that, and a lot of it is from government, a lot of it is money based. It's a lot of things. But yeah, this whole virus thing, weather, I know we've had crazy weather the past few days. I mean, we started hitting hundreds over here in Vegas,
mm-hmm.
and this is the earliest we've ever hit them. And yeah, it's just the planet responding to all of that stuff. um but yeah, I mean, I don't know if I believe wholeheartedly on things happen for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people did suffer, and a lot of people like lost a lot of like family members and friends and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really, I guess, excuse what's been going on.
Yeah,
But yeah, I do believe that our actions have a lot of effect towards the things around us and towards people around us. So
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's nuts. The entire situation is absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like on it, like I said, I never would have thought that 2020 would be like this. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. I had all these, like, for me when I was coming into 2020, I was like, man, I have all these events I have to go to, all these things I have to do. And then out of nowhere, everything just gets canceled. This pandemic happens. Yeah, it's just really crazy. We had fires in Australia. We had a bunch of things going on. Yeah, it's crazy. It just goes to show we don't have as much control as we think we do.
Yeah. And like I think now is the time to take action. Like do people like if you're able to work at home, just stay at home, and like it's going to be like you don't have to like there's too many cars in the road anyway. I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
sure it's worse in Vegas, but I mean like here it's like even in the shop like at times today like it's too populated. I feel like even with the space like the 2 meters apart, it's like there's like way too many in the shop. It's too busy.
Yeah.
You know, like why are people like there's and like I don't understand. Like I'm not being like if you drink, that's your own doing. I get that. Like I don't drink personally, but the fact that people are going to the shop just to buy alcohol because they're bored,
Yeah.
it's not essential.
It's yeah, there's people like that, and believe me, that kind of like those people that think, "Oh, well, I can't get sick." I don't
Yeah,
understand that mindset, because it's not about you getting sick, it's about you getting someone else
else
potentially.
sick. Yeah,
And I there was a saying that a friend had told me. You're I don't have a problem with your freedom, but the moment your freedom impedes on someone else's freedom, that's when I have a problem.
Yeah.
That's not freedom. That's called selfishness
Yeah.
or selfish.
Yeah.
That's being selfish. And so I have a problem with that. With people meeting up with people, I think there's some kind of thing behind it when it comes to like mental health. For me, I've always been an introvert, and so I can kind of I don't mind hunkering down playing video games all day, chatting with people on Discord. But like some of my friends who are extroverts are definitely getting hit really hard with not having that like physical contact, that physical interaction. So I understand that. I think there's just so much factors that it's you can't really see it as a black and white situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, and I don't think no one's gonna understand the whole situation because there's just so much things at play at the moment. But yeah, I mean, but for the people who are being selfish and just like, I can't get a haircut kind of thing, that's when I'm just like, you know what, you can just get out of here.
Cut your
we
own
don't
hair
need
at home. Simple
yeah,
as.
shave
Literally.
your head. No one's gonna care.
Like no one's gonna see anyway.
Yeah, I know. Who are you trying to impress? Huh?
I,
So I don't know.
I know, I know. Yeah, okay, yeah, so let's actually sorry, go back to Starlink.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude. I'm so good with jumping to topics. Like I love talking and I don't get
I
into
know, I know.
stuff. So
I told you, it's real casual here. I try to have a good time. But yeah, Starlink on the Switch. Like, you haven't played Starlink at all, have you?
no, I haven't. No.
Okay, so Starlink is okay on the Switch. It's obviously the best version on the Switch because it has the Star Fox content. So it
Mm-hmm.
is the Star Fox game that you've always wanted that you didn't know you've always wanted. So it's
Oh, wait,
basically
was
like an
that the one that had like they made the characters like 3D in that trailer? Is that the
yeah.
one?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, and they had their own like Starlink things that you could
Yeah, the toys to life. Yeah.
yeah. Ah,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
so let's see, it's like an open world Star Fox game on the Switch.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know it was.
absolutely incredible. And like there is at least an hour's content of Star Fox, DLC alone.
Yeah.
That's specifically
I
for
always
Switch.
get I always get nervous when games say open world because I've played a lot of games that were open world, and they've always like not always. There have been some really good ones, but there are some that just like miss the bar. Like it's like the most emptiest open world I've ever like experienced. You know what I mean? So I always get like iffy when a game is like, "Oh yeah, we're open world," and I'm like, "But how like empty is this open world?" You know what I
No, well,
mean?
this game is literally it's ironic, it's open world, it's open universe because it's based on different planets.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Think of it like Mass Effect kind of meets No Man's Sky.
Okay.
So you can travel different
We're talking
planets.
about New Man's Sky, right? Like
Oh,
when or
oh
no
yeah,
Man's Sky,
yeah.
new one, right? The old one. We don't talk about the old one.
Sorry, No Man's Lie.
No,
Terrible.
cannot see your friends. No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
Friends. Yeah.
but no, like if like they have multiplayer in this game as well. It's only local multiplayer,
Okay. Okay. Local.
so like you
Gotcha.
can do racing and stuff in it. But and you can play the campaign in 2 player as well if you wanted it. It's so cool.
Oh shoot. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a look at that then.
Do you know what?
I don't know. I wonder why I skipped it. I mean, I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I was like, "Huh, interesting."
I'll buy you a copy on Switch. How about that, right?
Oh, are we gonna stream it together? Huh?
Well, we can't. Well, we could try, but it won't work. Like nothing's
I
gonna
know,
happen.
because it's couch co-op, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. No, but I'll buy you a copy after the show, right?
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no,
I'm gonna have
I'll
to
buy you the
stream it.
Switch version in particular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, look, it
Dude,
comes.
that's the only Nintendo console I own right now is the Switch.
Yeah,
and
sure, like it comes with a cool Arrowing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
Oh
don't know how you don't
snap!
know about this, Vanessa. Come on,
I don't. Dude, I've been so out. I don't know why.
you're
So
too
like
isolated at home. That's the
Nintendo,
problem.
yeah. Nintendo actually used to be a big part of like my childhood, but then as I got older, I stopped playing a lot of Nintendo games and started playing a lot of like PS4, PC games.
Yeah,
And Christine was the one who kept up with all of like the Nintendo news and stuff like that. So like
well done, Christine.
honestly,
Well done.
yeah, it's so funny because so my sisters and I we're all like we have our toes dipped in different like
Yeah.
genres of
Yeah.
games,
Yeah.
right? And so when I was working with Bandai on their Code Vein stuff, and my sister was doing a lot of like Final Fantasy 14 stuff because she knew someone from Square Enix, and then Christina was with Nintendo. Our friends would be like, "Oh, dude, we got the trifecta over here. We got Nintendo, we got Bandai, we got Square Enix."
Yeah.
So yeah, I just been doing a lot of like Bandai stuff. So a lot of the games I've been playing were like Bandai Namco, and so I didn't really like touch any of the like the new Animal Crossing stuff or the new Pokemon stuff till like later on.
Yeah.
And even like the last Pokemon game I played was Diamond and Pearl, and so I haven't touched like Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu or
Oh,
like
Let's
Sword and
Go
Shield.
Pikachu. For me, it's the Pokemon Red remaster I've wanted for years, and it's the only Pokemon game I own on Switch, and it's the only Pokemon game I will own on Switch.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. I don't know. It reminded me of like Pokemon Go a little bit, and I got into that for a little while, but then kind of like
It's way
I
better.
can't play it on mobile. It's way better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to see. I have to see. Like I said, my backlog's pretty bad right now. I'm working on finishing Final Fantasy VII, and then there's some new content for Monster Hunter World that I've been going through, and then of course, New Horizons, Animal Crossing. I think I have like 500 hours on Animal Crossing already.
Yeah. Wow. 500.
Yeah, it's
Vanessa,
bad.
what?
It
What
is
the
bad.
fuck? Well, of course, you're at home the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. That's my excuse. Yes, quarantine.
You're lucky because I'm putting my life
Pandemic.
on the line every day to go into work, and you get to play
Oh
Animal Cross, and I don't.
man. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, honestly, I've just been playing games a lot, and I do it full time. So I probably would be playing Animal Crossing or
Yeah.
any other game still, even with or without this pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
So it's funny, like just there, I was saying to your sister, I had 2 weeks off.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I uploaded 32 videos at least on the channel alone in the space.
Ooh.
But I mean, it was just nuts.
Yeah.
Like I was just doing video after video, and I was so in my element. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like I love
It's
making
how you know
videos.
someone has passion for it. You know what I mean?
I love
Like,
it. I'm so passionate about this.
yeah, a lot of people like ask me, "Oh, how do I get into streaming? How do I get into like being a professional cosplayer and all that stuff?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, first, you gotta have the passion for it because it'll get hard. Like, there'll be days where you're just like, "Why am I doing this?" But like, it's the passion that you have for it and like the love that you have for your craft that's gonna get you through all of the hard days. Because there are times where like people are like, "Oh, you must love your job," and like you do all these costumes, and I'm like, you haven't seen me bleed, cry, sweat, have nervous breakdowns during these times. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, it gets rough, but like, yeah, you need the passion to like really keep you going. And yeah, I always tell people that just make sure you have the passion for it and make sure you have like the love for it because you're gonna need it. So
Of course. Yeah. So I guess before we head off, let's talk about something in particular. I actually wanted to talk about Chris with this, but I did, just we had so much fun. I just came out, it just went out of my head completely.
yeah.
The Last of Us Part 2 leaks.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. So are you a fan of The Last of Us?
I
Seeing as
haven't
you're a
played.
zombie girl,
I actually haven't played the games. It's so bad. My
Vanessa,
family.
what?
I need to show you my backlog because literally that's the reason why I haven't been getting into The Last of Us. I've heard really good things about it though. I've heard really
Okay,
good things.
to me, Last of Us remastered on PS4, you could argue that it's the greatest game ever made, hands down.
Okay.
Okay, actually, I should before we get on to Last of Us, I should ask. Please explain where the name Fruitcake came from.
Oh, oh man, I get asked this all the time. Everyone's just like, why fruitcake? It's actually an old nickname of mine in middle school. So I had a group of friends back in middle school, and we were so into anime, and we were trying to make our own like manga thing.
Yeah.
And one of my characters' nicknames was Fruitcake, and it was kind of like a how do you say? Not really a jab for me, or it was kind of like a funny thing because when I was a kid, I was very like clumsy, very like aloof and stuff, and so my friends would call me Fruitcake.
So that sounds like your sister is like quite gullible.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't like
Yeah,
gullible,
yeah.
like like, oh yeah, let's do, I don't know. It was
Ditzy,
I was
yeah, she's ditzy as well, apparently.
yeah. But yeah, I was yeah, Fruitcake's kind of like a nickname I've had, and I just stuck with it, and yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Not. I know my sister's backstory for her nickname is a lot, like a lot more epic.
Yeah, it's
Mine's just
really it's really detailed. Like, what is it? I am beautiful or something. Kind of
yeah,
the
yeah. So Ganda means beautiful in
beautiful. Yeah,
Tagalog. Yeah,
yeah. She
but
is
yeah,
though.
mine's
She is
like
beautiful.
she is,
Yeah.
yes, beautiful inside and outside.
Well, I wouldn't know about outside, inside. Sorry, but no one knows.
I've seen her scary side. I've seen her scary side.
Scare. Where? Like. Let's see.
When you
Like, do you fight much?
Oh my god, yeah. I think out of me and my sisters, me and Christine butt heads all the time.
Really?
But that's just sisters. Like as an older sister,
Yeah.
you butt heads with like your sisters all the time. Me and Christine, we just butt heads so much more often just because I think we're also so close in age because we're a year apart, literally a year
Really?
apart.
So we are the
Yeah.
same age.
Yeah, me and my sisters were all like a year apart. So we go down the line. So, but I think that's also why we're really close too, because even though we're super close to where we butt heads a lot, we're also close because we have a lot of the same friends, we have a lot of the same interests. You know, we went to the same schools, had the same. Some of us had the same teachers, like classes and stuff, like
Yeah.
going down years and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's why we butt heads because we're so similar, but we also don't we also are so close because we're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Like she told me. Like I don't like what happened to her in school.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know. Like
Did she tell you when I hit someone with a backpack?
she told me. Yeah. You do whatever. But and thank you for that. She is legit the sweetest girl I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
Like, why would anyone, like, I know, like, she was saying, like, oh, like, whatever happened to her, is how she became today, like this, like, she's an incredibly human being. Like, like, the fact that I don't agree with bullying, obviously, at all, like, why treat anyone like that at all?
Exactly. And I mean, there's
No fucking excuse for that shit.
Yeah, there's no excuse, but, like, they have their reasons, of why they do it.
Like,
but
yeah.
you don't care, that's, like, still, why would you want to treat someone like that?
Yeah.
But that also just goes to show how much of an incredible person she is because she could have taken so many different routes from that.
Yeah.
I've seen people go down dark routes after being bullied, but she decided to build something from that and turn it into like a positive. So,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, she can say she made something of herself while the people who bullied her can't really say the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible, but I'm so happy that she's that she's here with us, and she's just she's an incredible person.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris, for being you.
Thanks, Christine. Thanks, KK.
KK, wait, hold on. KK what? Let's see. KK Ganda?
No, so funny story about that too. It's an Animal Crossing reference. My sisters and I call her KK Slider.
Yeah.
Because she plays the ukulele and
Yeah?
stuff. And so yeah, she plays ook. You didn't ask her to play ook for you? Oh man, you should have told her. You should have asked her.
No, see, okay, the thing is, like, I do musical theater myself. Like, I'm also a musician. Like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, so like I sing in musicals. I like I haven't played drums in years. I love performing on stage.
Yeah.
And like I'm so like it's actually probably my real passion.
Oh, okay.
So like I was saying to her, like I want to do acting, in movies, TV shows, go over to the States even for like a month or two, audition for like a load of stuff and just see how I do.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you sure?
For the experience.
I'm really traveling right now, but
why not now?
I mean, is there audition tapes? I mean, I guess you could send like audition tapes or something.
Yeah, I actually have like a show reel I put together a few years ago. I'll send it to you to see what, like, I guess to see your response for the laugh. But
Oh, I'm down. I'll give you my purest
yeah,
reaction.
yeah. So like The Last of Us Part Two, like apparently Sony. Okay, so the word was originally that there was someone in Naughty Dog that was, well, the news was that he wasn't getting paid. People weren't getting paid
Uh-uh.
for their work, and that's why he leaked stuff. But the word is now that it wasn't anyone from Sony or Naughty Dog. It was, I'm guessing, like whoever that they have close, kind of maybe YouTuber friends that they give games to, leaked stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
And it happens a lot actually, because it happened. Oh god, I forgot what game it was. It was a Nintendo game. No, it was I think it was Final Fantasy VII actually. Some people were streaming Final Fantasy VII early that got early copies, so it'd be like content creators and
yeah,
YouTubers and
yeah,
stuff. And they got in so much trouble, and it was all over Twitter. And yeah, I mean it happens like, and that's the thing. Like I feel like people try and chase the whole, oh, I gotta be first, I
yeah. The
gotta do
clicks, I
this.
completely
Yeah,
get that, but I mean,
yeah,
like that. For see, the thing is, they are ruining the reputation for us as well.
they are, yeah, they ruin the reputation, and it kind of shits on the developers, like all their hard work.
Vanessa, you cursed.
Oh well,
I know, you hasn't. I don't give a shit.
and that's the thing too, like I've seen both sides of it, right? I've seen how the developers, like working with the team on Code Vein and stuff, like I've seen them how hard they work. And so I feel like that's just such a bad move to do that to them, because developers and like people who work in the gaming industry, they're like one of the hardest working people. Like everyone has this imagination that, oh, it must be like the best gig ever. Like all you got to do is play video games all the time. But like every time I would go to like the Bandai headquarters or something, you just see how much those people work and
Hmm.
how much they put and like have to do to get a game going. And especially on release dates, like it's the most busiest time for them. And so for someone to like release that shit and be like, whatever, here you go guys, click away, like it kind of like, I don't know, it sucks, and
Yeah,
I could just imagine how the developers and like the team feels when stuff like that happens. So yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I think people like throw some of their morals out to get like internet famous sometimes. And I think that's one of the negatives that I don't like about being a part of that, like being a part of like that kind of community and like being on the internet and stuff. Some people will do anything just to be famous, and
yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. It's weird to me. I don't
Hmm.
really understand the concept, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So, like, I hope something. Well, I mean, like, I hope they get the punishment that they deserve for this. You
Yeah.
know,
No more games.
literally no more games
No more games. Yeah.
from Sony. Yeah, actually, here. Why is there a red floating balloon behind you?
What?
Yeah, seriously, behind you at the door.
Oh, red flowing balloon. Is it here?
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, it was good actually.
I
I
love
don't
it.
think
Literally,
I saw the original though. I don't think I ever saw the original.
I've
I
seen
only
bits
saw.
of it on YouTube. I didn't like it at all.
Oh, really? The original?
It didn't like, it wasn't kind of like creepy or scary at all.
I mean, it has, it's an older movie, so it
Yeah,
has like older movie
budget.
feel.
I get that. Yeah, I
But no,
know.
yeah, the It series is pretty good. Yeah.
Oh my god! I actually, oh yeah, I showed your sister. I actually have a red it balloon,
Oh, you did?
a lamp. Yeah,
What? That's sick.
yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
so
sick.
cool. It's really cool. But
Ah,
Vanessa, thanks so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. We finally get to talk.
I know. No, yeah, it was really fun. I actually had a lot of fun. We got to talk a lot about a lot of different stuff, and I
Yeah,
like getting to talk about different stuff, because when I go on podcasts, it's always like
the same
the same.
questions,
I
kind
don't
of.
really mind. I don't really mind like if we talk about like cosplay and streaming, like that stuff I like and that
Yeah,
stuff I love doing, so I don't mind talking about it. But it's also a nice refreshment to talk about other things outside of like the whole cosplay streaming stuff as
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, sorry, we still are recording, but where can we find you on social media?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no worries, no worries. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. I also do stream on Twitch at XOFruitcakeOX, and if you guys want to catch me on anything else, it's XXFruitcakeXX.
Yeah, so guys, give her all the X's in the world.
X's and O's, man. X's and O's.
Give her love. So, of course, you will see links in the description below. But thanks for coming on the show. Guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. You can, of course, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And for more Nintendo and gaming podcasts, go right here at IGS. Alright, guys. See you soon. Bye.